Hey, what's up, guys? Weaver here. We're going to go over the GermFighter. It has some extensions that I wanted you to correct as well. As far as the timer, there's some annoyances in the game that just really bugged me. As far as the decrement goes and the reset button of the score. Um, I'm going to go over that real quick. Maybe we can correct some of those things in your app. So if you follow the PLTW steps from 1 all the way to 59, you should have something on your screen that looks similar to this. Okay? And then your blocks, you probably have several blocks going. I've got a little bit more. So as far as settling the timer and the decrement of it and the reset, let's just start from the beginning. Let's go with the germ sprite heading. So on start, let's just look at this on start here. So I'm going to collapse this so we can just focus on this. This was where you started, I believe. So the on start, when on start click, your germ sprite heading should be at a random integer of 30 to 50. Okay. This is in your math drawer. Okay. So you would get set germ sprite heading to random integer 30 to 50. Set germ sprite speed. I can't remember what they actually had it at, but it was a little bit too fast for me. So you can back it down, dial it back a little bit. So if they had it at 15, make it 10 or make it 7. Let's make it 7. Actually, let's do a demo real quick. I think they originally had it at 15. Let's go ahead and connect and deploy the emulator. I'm going to connect by connecting with Chromebook. And you wait for it. Wait for it. Running here. Okay. So here the germ is set at 15, the interval. So if I hit start and I'm using the touchscreen with my finger here, and I should be, that's like really fast. I have an error as well as far as the sound goes. So reset, timers reset. Okay, so that works. I mean, if you like it at speed, that's fine. I just thought it was just way too fast when I hit the start button. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to change that to germ sprite speed to 7. Let's see what that's like. I'm going to reconnect. Chromebook. And let's see the speed on this one here. Wait for it. Running using the emulator. Waiting to get blocks. All right, here we go. Let's start. Let's see how fast the germ goes now. That's a little bit more my speed. Oh, I'm still terrible at it. So it's like the classic game Pong, kind of. Oh, so I got a score 3 by the time timer went out, and I got a great job. All right. All right, that works for me. And so reset, the timer went back to 10, and it's going to be a decrement of -1 every time the timer counts down. And my score, every time the germ collides with the white blood cell, the score should increase incrementally. Okay, and that all works. Let's go back and look at the code. Okay, so set germ sprite speed to 7. I kind of like that speed. The interval is 10. Set clock time enable to true. Okay, let's look at my white blood cell block. This was in PLTW. You need a when white blood cell sprite dragged. When the user drags it across the screen, it's going to call the white blood cell to move across the X and Y So X is current X and Y is white blood cell Y. Okay, so that's pretty simple code there. Let's go look at the Germ Sprite collide. Okay, this was kind of a big one. Your Germ Sprite collide. When it collides, do this. Set Germ Sprite heading to 360. Okay, minus Germ Sprite heading. Okay, because it's constantly moving, right? If sound on checkbox is checked, then set sound source to collision wave. So every time it hits the white blood cell, it should have the collision sound. Okay, and it will play the sound. Set global score to incrementally, every time it collides, go up one, plus one, and then the score label up at the top should show the score. It should be up at the top after the score, where it says score, colon, and then it's going to get the global score every time it collides. Okay, that was that one. Let me collapse this one. Let's look at our timer. I was going to go over this one with you in class. Your timer, you needed to, in PLTW, to look back at the flow chart to figure this one out. So you're going to need a when clock one timer, do this. And then you're going to set your global time. This is your variable, set global time, okay? To get global time minus one, it's going to be decrement. So the time is ticking down. You start at 10 and it goes down. Set timer label text to up at the timer and to get the time left, the global time left. If then you get the global time left and it equals 0, then set the canvas background to you win, get Germ Sprite speed to 0, should stop. If sound on checkbox is checked and sound one source win dot wave, okay, that's the winning audio clip when you win, should play. And then set clock timer enabled to false. Okay. So if you have a score where you win, it's going to play. Your background's going to show you win, and it's going to play the win audio file. Okay, that's your underneath your clock block. Your clock one block code. Then let's go to our reset. These are some of the annoyances that we needed to fix. Okay. So when you hit the reset button, it should call the Germ Sprite to move on the canvas divided by 2, the width divided by 2, and Y at 30. Then you're going to set your Germ Sprite heading to 0, set your Germ Sprite speed to 0, and then the canvas background is going to reset or revert back to the original red screen. So you need to put in set canvas 1 background to blank in quotations. Blank in quotations. Okay. So then it will go back to the original red screen. It also needs to set the global score back to 0, and the label needs to say 0. That's why we have this label here. It's going to say score 0 when you hit the reset button. It's also going to set the global time back to 10, and the clock is, as far as enabled, is false right here because you just hit the reset button and it doesn't need to start counting down until after we press start. Okay, so that's that one. I'm gonna collapse that block. Let's see, what else do I need to go over? I think we went over all of the blocks. We did the start. This is one that you did through PLTW. You should have the germ sprite when it reaches the edge. Okay, the if then get edge equal to -1. Set the germ sprite speed to 0. Set the canvas to game over. If the sound is checked and you're losing, you have a losing score, you're going to get the lose.wave audio file. And your set clock time enabled to false. Else, the germ sprite bounce edge, you get edge. Okay, was that block? Then these are some variables that you had in there. You needed to initialize the global time left to 10 and initialize the score to 0. Those are some variables that you have. Okay. And if you forgot how to create a variable, you're dragging out the variable, then you're renaming it. Okay. So this one, oops, was going to be time left, right? It's not going to work on this one because I already have it. So it's time left too because I already have this one. I just wanted to show you that that's what you needed to have as far as variable goes. Other than that, your app should work properly with everything as far as GermFighter. Let's play it one more time real quick. So if I go to connect, go to Chromebook, wait for it. Okay, my score is set to 0, my timer's at 10, and then when I click start, it's going to go down 10, 9, 8, and then by the time I get to 0, if I have a score of, I think it was 3 or more, then I win, right? By the time the timer goes out. If not, I lose. So here we go. 2. Okay, timer's on. All right. I've got the great job audio file that works. Okay, if I hit reset, the timer should go back to 10 and the score should go back to 0, which it does. And I'm going to lose this one. I'm going to make sure the lose audio file is working. So by the time the timer goes out, if I don't have a score, it's going to say that I lose or game over. Oh, it hit. Oh, look at that. Hands free. I'm going to just keep winning. Okay, that didn't work. Let's reset. I'm going to put my sprite over here. All right, I'm going to lose this one. Oh, it's winning again. I found another flaw in the game. Okay, I'll try it again. Okay, it hit the end, hit the edge, and I lost. Try it again. Okay, there you have it. It's working. All right, Weaver out.